can you be one of the greatest composers of all time if you basically only wrote for one instrument? Imagine if Beethoven only wrote for the violin, or Mozart just said, I'll just stick to the flute. Well, Frédéric Chopin basically just stuck to the piano, so does he make the cut? Let me know what you think in the comments, but first, let's break this down. Chopin's catalog, 99% piano. No great symphonies, no operas, no huge choral works that scream, I am a musical genius. Compared to composers like Bach, Beethoven, or Debussy, his music is, shall we just say, specialized. When you look at a composer like Brahms, he had great orchestral works, he has lots of chamber music, he has songs, he covers the whole gamut. But Chopin basically focuses on the piano. So does that disqualify him? Let's discuss why he is still one of the greatest composers of all time. Well, first of all, surprise! Chopin actually did write for other instruments aside from the piano. For example, he wrote a piano trio, he wrote for flute, and he wrote a cello sonata, which I've played, and it's a masterwork. The cello sonata is lyrical, expressive, dramatic, and it's even very idiomatic writing for the cello, even though that wasn't Chopin's instrument. And of course, Chopin did write for full orchestra, which you can hear in his piano concertos. So while it is fair to say that Chopin didn't often write for other instruments other than the piano, when he did write for other instruments, he knew what he was doing. Well, what then makes a great composer a great composer? Chopin's music at least checks three major boxes. The first one is novel musical ideas. I think it's fair to say that he basically reinvented what solo piano music could be. At the time, there were even new techniques needed to play his instrument, and that's one of the reasons perhaps why he composed his etudes. The other thing that Chopin did was to work with innovative form and expression. Not only did he write sonatas, but he also wrote nocturnes and mazurkas and preludes. These aren't just miniatures, they're masterworks in miniature. The third thing that's important is that Chopin's music moves you. If you don't feel something when you hear Chopin's music, you should check your pulse. And for those of you who feel like composing just for the piano limited his expression, I'd point out that he almost treats the piano like an orchestra at times with all the different colors. I would argue that he created colors and textures that no one had ever done to date, and it created the need to have a new technique to bring those textures out. Pedal use, bel canto phrasing, inner voices, extra textures, all of that shows that he was treating the piano like his own personal orchestra. So can a composer be great if they only compose for one instrument? Yes, they can, and Chopin proves it. If anything, the fact that he could do all that on just one instrument makes it all the more impressive. But what do you think? I'd be really interested to know. And if you thought this video gave you value, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It encourages me to make more of these videos and bring you fresh content. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.